This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle, and in this series I'm going to be showing you how to go from knowing absolutely zero about sewing to being able to make your own wardrobe. I don't use big words or overcomplicate things. I just plan on showing you what I've learnt over a decade of making my own clothes and share all the tips and tricks I've learnt along the way to make sewing a whole lot easier. If you've been watching all of the videos in this Sewing for Beginners series so far, then give yourself a pat on the back. You now have all the skills you need for your first clothing project. A few reasons why I think pajama shorts are the perfect first project for beginners is because they are great for practicing basic sewing skills. They are pretty easy as you don't need to do anything technical like add a zip, and also the stakes aren't high on a project like this because even if your shorts don't work out perfectly, you'll still be able to use them as the only time you're going to be wearing them is to bed. I have made a free sewing pattern for these pajama shorts, which you can find a link to in the description of this video. So go and download the pattern, print it out, and let's make these shorts together. So like I said, the first thing you're going to want to do is download the free PJ shorts pattern that I've made, and then you're going to want to cut it out in your preferred size. You can either cut out the pattern directly, or you can trace your size out and then keep the rest of the pattern whole for use later. The reason why this pattern is so great for beginners is that there are only 3 template pieces, which makes things nice and simple. There's a shorts front, a shorts back, and a pocket template. Adding pockets to these shorts is completely optional, by the way. For this project, you're going to need about 1 meter or 1 yard of fabric, and I recommend using a cotton or linen fabric. And you will also need some 20mm wide ribbed elastic, enough elastic to sit comfortably around your waist. On the template pieces, you will notice an arrow. This arrow should run parallel with the direction of the weave of the fabric, also known as the grain of the fabric. If you don't cut these template pieces out along the grain of the fabric may stretch or warp once cut, which isn't ideal for this project. So cut the template pieces out, and it's best to fold your fabric in half so that you can cut 2 pieces of each template out at a time. While cutting the template pieces out in your fabric, you will also notice these triangles, which are called notches. Make sure to cut a little triangle out at each of these notch triangles, as this will make matching and lining the different pieces up a lot easier later on. The front and back pieces look very similar in this project, and it's easy to get them confused, but just remember that the curved edge of the back shorts has 2 notches, and the crotch area is also slightly longer on the back pieces compared to the front as well. And now it's finally time to start sewing some pajama shorts. Start by taking the 4 pocket pieces and overlock the raw curved edges to prevent them from fraying. If you don't have an overlocker, you can simply zigzag stitch along the edges with your sewing machine instead. Next, with the right sides of the fabric facing, place the pockets along the sides of both the short front and back pieces, matching the notches together. Then stitch the pockets in place like this. Once stitched, overlock or zigzag stitch the raw edges. Next, press the now stitched pockets out flat, and again with the right sides of the fabrics facing, place one of the front pieces onto one of the back pieces, being sure to line up the pockets together. Do the same for the other front and back pieces. Then stitch the fronts and backs together along the pocket edge like this. Then fold the pocket so that it's towards the shorts front. and then press it in place. Once pressed, you should have a nice little inseam pocket like this. I personally really love it when my pajamas have pockets, but like I said, adding pockets is completely optional. Now, before we get into the really magical part of this project, let's just take a quick moment to talk about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence and launch your passion project. Whether you'd like to start making and selling your own products, create a beautiful portfolio to showcase your work, or simply create any website of any kind, you can design and create your dream website all by yourself with Squarespace. You simply select from their range of stunning templates, and then you can change up the template as much or as little as you like. You can change the overall layout of the website or add new bits and pieces by simply clicking and dragging feature blocks in place. It's literally as easy as it sounds, and you definitely do not need any knowledge or background in coding whatsoever in order to create a website that's not only functional, but also very aesthetically pleasing as well. But it's not just about the looks. Squarespace is also very reliable and performs well. The sites load quickly, and they have built-in SEO tools or search engine optimization tools to help your site rank well in search engines such as Google. So if you'd like to create a website of your own, then head to squarespace.com using the link in the description below and take advantage of their free trial so you can test out just how easy it is to use for yourself. And then when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/Rosery Apparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. So now it's time to actually start sewing these two sides of the shorts together. Start by folding the front back onto the back piece, again with right sides facing, and pin the inseam edges together. Stitch the inseam edges together like this. Again, overlock or zigzag stitch the seam after stitching. Next, take one of the short sides and turn it so that the fabric is right side out, but leave the other side inside out as it is. And this is the part that I just find so magical when it comes to making shorts. Place the right side outside inside the other side so that the right side of the fabrics are facing like this. Then match the seam and the notches together along the curved edge and pin them together. Stitch the two fronts together and the two backs together along the curve like this. Then turn the legs of the shorts out so that they're right side out, which should look a little something like this. Next, take your 20mm wide elastic and measure and cut a piece that sits comfortably around your waist. Because these are going to be pajama shorts, you will want them to be as comfortable as possible, so it's better to have the elastic on the looser side instead of being too tight. Next, take your now inside out shorts over to your iron and fold and press the top edges of the shorts in by about 1 centimeter or half an inch. Then fold and press the top edge again, but this time fold enough fabric so that it easily covers the width of your elastic. Stitch this folded edge in place, making sure to leave a 5cm or 2-inch opening to be able to thread the elastic into like this. Then take a safety pin and attach it to one of the ends of the elastic and use it to feed the elastic into the casing we just made. As you feed the elastic through, it's a good idea to pin the other end to your shorts so that you don't accidentally pull it into the casing. I find using ribbed elastic like this is much better in a waistband casing as it tends to not twist as much as regular elastic. Then once fed all the way through, stitch the two ends of elastic together with a zigzag stitch like this. Then tuck the remaining elastic into the casing and stitch the casing closed. And your pajama shorts are now starting to come together nicely. Now all that's left to do is hem the bottom of the shorts. Fold and press the raw edges of the shorts in by about 1cm or 1/2 inch twice. Then stitch the folded edge in place. And your adorable pajama shorts are complete. Once your shorts are finished, it can still be a little tricky to tell which side is the front and which is the back. Not that it really matters that much, but the back does have a little bit of extra room compared to the front. So that's how you're able to tell the difference, but it might be helpful to stitch a tag into the back so that you can easily tell which side is which. So I hope you had fun making these pajama shorts, and if you managed to make a pair successfully, then well done. You should be very proud of yourself. This is literally just the beginning of your sewing journey, and before you know it, you'll be making your own clothes that you'll actually want to wear. In the next few upcoming Sewing for Beginner episodes, I'm going to be sharing all of my secrets on how to do the more advanced aspects of sewing, such as gathering fabric, attaching zips, and sewing buttonholes. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of those episodes coming soon. Have a lovely day and thanks for watching.